Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. When one thinks of the United States, the first thought that comes to mind is military power. The USA projects military power across the world in support of its allies. But the logistics involved includes large ships, trains, and impressive aircraft. This is how the U.S. Air Force transports its feared heavy armor by air. In 1961, the U.S. Air Force started looking for a manufacturer to plan and to build the heaviest cargo plane ever at the time. By 1968, the maiden flight of the Lockheed C-5 Galaxy took place. Meant to replace the Douglas C-133 Cargomaster and complement the Lockheed C-141 Starlifter. The C-5 Galaxy was built with both forward and aft cargo doors. Because of the size of the aircraft, it was designed to lower its cargo hold, or kneel, so that it is 28.5 inches lower to the ground than during taxiing. Loading a semi-truck and trailer into the C-5M Galaxius, a carefully choreographed operation. The aircraft kneels on its landing gear as the nose and tail doors open, creating a straight drive through cargo bay. Loadmasters guide the truck using hand signals while maintaining precise clearance inside the fuselage. Once positioned, the trailer is disconnected and aligned to balance weight across the cargo floor. Heavy-duty chains and restraints are attached to tie-down points to prevent movement during flight. Every step is verified to ensure safe takeoff and intercontinental transport. In the U.S. Army, the M109A6 Paladin is the heaviest self-propelled howitzer with a weight of 60,627 pounds. These armored vehicles were designed for the crew to fire its 155mm gun easily from within its spacious turret. Before two of these are loaded onto a C-5, the crew first prepare the ramp to avoid damage from its tracks. Then, the loadmaster briefs the driver, and the troops on the ground support the loading event by guiding the driver. At this point, the aircraft is in its Nelt configuration, making loading easier. Although the Paladins are large vehicles, the M1A2 Abrams is still the heaviest vehicle in the U.S. Army, at approximately 140,000 pounds each. The C-5M can carry two of them. The JLTV, Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, is an armored vehicle designed to replace the Humvee in the U.S. Army. While lighter than the Abrams, they still have a substantial weight at 22,500 pounds. Once the two vehicles are loaded, they are secured with tie-down chains, since a shift in the center of gravity would be disastrous.
So the mission today is kind of dual purpose. We took this as an opportunity to do both total force and joint training with the ability to move some larger tracked vehicles to the Armor Brigade that we don't normally have access to. That's why we're here loading at Robert Gray Airfield. The other component is obviously always be out there recruiting. These assets and this airplane is going to go off to the Randolph Air Show. So they will both be on display for everybody to see joint force in action today.
AH-64 Apache attack helicopters are an important component of the U.S. Army and play a role in almost all conflicts. The C-5M can load up to 6 of these helicopters. Before the Apaches are loaded, they are prepared to take up less space by folding in their rotors. Once the rotors are folded away, the helicopters become much easier to load, especially with the help of one of the 2 cargo winches in the hold of the Super Galaxy. Once the loadmasters are happy, they report to the pilot. What many people would not know is that even a C-130 Hercules can be loaded into the massive cargo hold of a C-5. In 2008, the Rhode Island Air Guard donated a C-130 to the New York Air Guard for training. After removing its wings, tail, and rear horizontal stabilizers, the C-130A fit inside the cargo hold of a C-5. What could have been a logistical nightmare was made easier because of the capabilities of the C-5. In many cases, the ability to move assets like troops and vehicles from place to place can make all the difference in the outcome of a battle. After World War II, the United States established the Military Sealift Command, an organization within the Department of Defense whose primary mission is to provide strategic sealift and ocean transportation for both armed forces and humanitarian aid efforts. The MSC operates a large fleet of government-owned and private ships, including tankers, cargo ships, and specialized vessels like hospital ships, which it can use to provide logistical support for military equipment, supplies, and personnel worldwide. Transport vessels come in many different forms. In some cases, they are nearly indistinguishable from a battleship. They are more akin to a civilian or corporate vessel. The amphibious transport docks, specifically the San Antonio class, are among the newest ships in the U.S. fleet. At nearly 700 feet long and with a displacement of 25,000 tons, these massive vessels can carry a variety of landing craft, helicopters, and up to 800 total troops. They are designed so that they can unload vehicles and equipment in multiple ways to save time and increase efficiency. Other MSC ships are less specific in their duties and merely function as general-purpose, heavy lifting ships. Many of these vessels boast roll-on, roll-off capabilities. This means they are equipped with ramps, stern gates, and internal decks that allow vehicles and cargo to be driven directly on and off the ship. This feature enables quick and efficient loading and unloading without cranes or other heavy lifting equipment. The Ro-Ro ships, as they're often called, drastically increase the speed of the unloading process. Some vehicles require a lot of special consideration, As with any logistics operation, the goal is to carry as much as possible at any given time. Therefore, the logistics personnel that support these missions must load large military vehicles into the ship in a way that utilizes the most space. This makes unloading the ships more akin to taking apart a giant puzzle than simply lowering the ramp and letting the trucks and Humvees drive away. In many cases, it will take hours and the combined effort of dozens of personnel to complete a roll-off. One of the things that has helped this process in recent years is what's known as the Improved Navy Lighterage System. Essentially, a floating pier, the INLS is a causeway system made of interchangeable modules that can be used to transport equipment from ship to shore. This is particularly useful when a ship cannot land safely, such as in shallow waters or beaches. In some cases, the U.S. military will actually charter private ships in order to move troops, vehicles, and equipment from place to place. This generally occurs during peacetime or humanitarian operations. Ro-Ro ships are among the most popular charters as they have adequate space for all the various trucks and transport vehicles. Ro-Ro vessels are extremely common in Europe, for instance, where they are used to shuttle passengers and their cars from destination to destination. By chartering one of these ships, the U.S. military can ensure their equipment gets where it needs to go, quickly, safely, and cost-effectively. Of course, crossing even friendly borders by boat can be a complicated and highly regulated process. The United States Coast Guard, along with dozens of other Coast Guard and maritime security organizations around the world, maintains strict control over territorial waters and major shipping routes. Their mission is not only to protect national sovereignty, but also to prevent smuggling, trafficking, and other illicit activities that can hide within normal commercial traffic. As a result, large transport vessels are frequently boarded and inspected to verify that crew lists, passenger records, and cargo manifests accurately reflect what is actually on board. Roll-on, roll-off ships, often referred to as Ro-Ro vessels, can be as long and as capacious as some major military ships. Their ability to carry hundreds of vehicles and containers makes them vital to global trade. But it also makes them attractive targets for those attempting to move undeclared equipment, weapons, or sensitive materials across borders without detection. The ability to move massive military equipment across continents is one of the United States' greatest strategic advantages. From the immense cargo capacity of the C-5M Galaxy to Sealift fleets, Ro-Ro vessels, and modular causeway systems, every platform plays a vital role in ensuring forces arrive ready, supplied, and on time. These operations are not just about size and power, but about precision, coordination, and discipline across air, sea, and ground. Whether transporting heavy armor, helicopters, or humanitarian aid, logistics remains the invisible backbone of military power, proving that wars are often won not only on the battlefield, but by the systems that deliver strength where it is needed most. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.